Have you been wondering who the millions of people are that are going to be losing Medicaid coverage? Or have you been worried yourself about losing Medicaid coverage? Well, if so, I'm going to share with you in this video clip right here of Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who was recently out in an interview talking about exactly who is going to be losing that coverage and a couple simple things they could do to maintain the coverage if they just so desire to do so. Well, I'm going to pop up this video here in just a second so you can see exactly what he's saying. It's only about a minute and 10 seconds or so long, and we'll listen to the details and then discuss what's going on. Now, let me kind of clear the air on this just a little bit as far as where we currently stand. As of right now, no one is getting kicked off of Medicaid yet, okay? However, within the reconciliation bill, okay, the big, beautiful package that they're talking about and was passed through the House about a week and a half or so ago, give or take a little bit, and it's in the Senate right now. They have not passed it in the Senate yet, so to be fair, it's not fully passed yet. However, within the next 3 to 4-ish weeks or so, give or take a little, they want to have this thing fully passed and on the president's desk for a signature. So it's likely coming. There's a very, 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 very high likelihood of this happening. But again, to be fair, it's not implemented yet. But in about 4 weeks, it probably will be. Okay, just want to be fair with you with where we currently stand on this. However, a couple things that they're implementing within the big, beautiful bill. Again, the reconciliation package. Okay, I just want to give you the name so you know exactly what I'm referring to. It's this huge multiple trillions of dollars in this big bill that they're working on. Within it, they're implementing work requirements into Medicaid as well as SNAP, food stamps, EBT, right? You've heard me talk about that before in other videos. I'm not going to talk about food stamps here in this video, but they're also implementing it for Medicaid, which, by the way, there's about 72 million people enrolled in Medicaid right now as we speak. All right, with all that laying down there and all that groundwork laid, let's pop up this video. Here is Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. You'll hear him speak here, and it's just a little over a minute long, the video, and then I'll pop back a little bit after the clip, and we'll talk through what he said. All right, here's Mike Johnson, his take on who is going to be losing Medicaid coverage and what they could do to keep it.
I think it's important to point out the CBO is not saying specifically those 4.8 million are engaging in fraud. They say many will lose coverage because of paperwork, red tape, or failing and falling short of the new rules. So just let me ask you directly, do you have any actual proof that these people are engaging in fraud? Millions of Americans, as you say.
This is a very important distinction. Those 4.8 million people will not lose their Medicaid unless they choose to do so. I will go into any town hall in any district in America and explain what this is, and every single person will nod their heads and go, oh, that makes sense. You're telling me that you're going to require the able-bodied, these young men, for example, okay, to only work or volunteer in their community for 20 hours a week, and that's too cumbersome for them? I'm not buying it. The American people are not buying it. This is a new requirement. It should have been put in a long time ago. And the people who are complaining that these people are going to lose their coverage because they can't fulfill the paperwork, this is minor enforcement of this policy, and it follows common sense. When people work, when able-bodied young men work, it's good for them, for their dignity, their purpose, and it's good for the community they're in. If you can't find a job, then volunteer in your community for 20 hours and you will meet the requirement. That is a basic minimal standard.
Okay, that was Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, talking about Medicaid and the millions of people who may potentially be losing coverages. Now, I want to point out really fast a key takeaway. Did you notice how he kept saying able-bodied adults? He even referred to young men. Now, it's not specifically just young men, but that's kind of one of the targets that they're going after. Young, healthy, able-bodied men. Again, not exclusively, but that's just the example that he's giving. Anyway, the key takeaway that I want to point out is able-bodied people, okay? Now, why is that such a big deal? I've talked about this before in other videos as it refers to SNAP benefits, food stamps, supplemental nutrition assistance program. Same goes for Medicaid, which is they're not focusing on everybody. They're just focusing on what they refer to as ABAWD people, which stands for able-bodied adults without dependents. Okay, those are the key target market as far as what they're looking at, okay? Obviously, target market is not like the right way to say that, but you get what I'm talking about, right? That's like who they are targeting with this, okay? However, all he's basically saying is that these individuals, they're on Medicaid, they're able-bodied, and he's like, hey, we want to go have them either work 20 hours a week or we want them to volunteer in their community, okay? I'm just relating what he's saying here. But the situation is, these are the individuals that could potentially be losing coverages if they do not fulfill the work requirements. Now, they're suspecting about 4.8 million people. It really depends on that, okay? 4.8 million people is the lowest number that I've seen, to be fair with you. I've seen statistics as high as 14 million people. I've seen 4.8 to 14 million. So that's a huge spread of the number of people that could potentially be impacted by this. But I think on the low side, we're talking like 4.8 million people. Regardless of what the number is, it's a lot of people that'd be potentially impacted by this. But essentially what he's basically just saying is that they're kind of saying like this is going to be a voluntary thing. If somebody is able-bodied and they do not fulfill the work or volunteer requirements of 20 hours per week, they're saying this is voluntary. This is going to be voluntary. If you don't fulfill it, you're voluntarily losing your benefit. I don't know if that's the way that I would phrase it. I mean, I don't know. That just to me sounds like bad messaging, but just my opinion on that, okay? But anyway, that's what they're saying about this. Now, he's also suggesting is that somebody could keep their coverages if they did one of two things, okay? Basically, working 20 hours a week, volunteering 20 hours a week, and things like education, as in like skill training, education training, schooling, working, volunteering, all of that qualifies somebody as basically fulfilling the work requirement, okay? Now, I have a lot of people here in this community that have reached out to me over the last several months here, and again, it could be in regards to Medicaid or SNAP, food stamps, and say, hey, I have a disability, do I have to do this? Do I have to go out and work? The answer is no, absolutely not. Somebody with a disability does not need to fulfill this whatsoever, okay? You're exempt. As somebody with a disability, you are exempt from any work requirements for SNAP, food stamps, or Medicaid. Don't have to do it, okay? Obviously, I don't know everybody's situation. That's just in general speak right there, okay? Anyway, I want to share this quick little clip with you of Mike Johnson speaking on Medicaid. We'll see what happens here, okay? I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's like, you've got to be kidding me right now, right? Like, what else is going to come out of this? Seriously. Just a lot of weird things that are happening right now. And obviously, I'll keep you posted. Anyway, hey, if you're enrolled in Medicare, not to be mistaken with Medicaid, but Medicare, and you need some help, by the way, there's a lot of you out there that have dual coverages, Medicare and Medicaid. This is possibly the best situation. You have a ton of coverage, and you get some really awesome benefits when you have dual Medicare and Medicaid. Hey, make sure to utilize this free service right here. It's a team of trusted advisors. They will go to work on your behalf to help you find better coverages and to save a boatload of money. Give them a call. Seriously, write that phone number down, take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do, call them, establish that communication, and then go to work on your behalf, which, by the way, as somebody who is dually covered, you can go in and out of plans anytime throughout the year. You've got like no rules. It's essentially awesome, right? Anyway, give them a call. They will go to work for you and help you out in a huge way. They've already helped thousands and thousands and thousands of you here in this community. I've seen all the numbers. It's really awesome to see how many of you have gotten some really good coverages and really good assistance from them. Go ahead and share that number, write it down, give them a call. They will certainly help you. Otherwise, they have access to 20,000 plans. They're going to look through those plans, find you the best plan at the best price with the best coverages and the best fit for you and your personal situation. So you can see the doctors and providers you want, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to go to, the prescription needs if you have any at all, whatever it is, the best fit for you and your personal situation. They're going to find all of that. Anyway, pretty amazing stuff. Now, another thing I want to throw out super fast here, annual enrollment is coming up soon. Okay, a few months out. It's not that far away. Please call them now. Even if you don't do anything, just call them now. Establish the communication. Just get in there, call them, have them review your current plan and your data, or where you're at, your plan, things like that. So then when annual enrollment rolls around, you're at the front of the line. You can be at the front of the line if you call them now. If you wait until annual enrollment opens up, You're going to be at the back of the line of 70 million seniors. You don't want to be there, okay? It's going to be chaotic. You can be in the front of the line if you call them and establish the communication now. Seriously, do it. You'll be in a very good position if you do that now. If you wait, not good, right? The early bird gets the worm. You snooze, you lose. Whatever other saying you want to say, you know how it goes, right? If you're early on, you win. Same situation here. Be early, call them now. You'll be there, you win, right? Awesome stuff. Anyway, if you're new here, if you've not done so, please consider subscribing. 100% free, big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Otherwise, check out the nearly 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen in just a second. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, please enjoy your day. Take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.